All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the first ever Digital Network music review. Today we're going to be talking about the new Drake album, For All the Dogs. Let's jump right into it. This is Owen Donaher. I'm John Lakeman. We'll be your hosts for the review. Okay, let's jump right into it. So, For All the Dogs, first impressions. What did you think, Owen?
I was, excited to see what Drake was, the new my album he was coming out with.
There was a lot of hype around it. I mean, starting in July, he announced the album. He was doing a little bit of publicity wearing the dog mask, remember that? And then never dropped it. He waited until now, October, to drop it. It was a long time. A lot of hype. Did it live up to the hype?
No.
No.
It didn't. It was...
Should not have been pushed back 3 times to sound like that? No.
He definitely should have put much more time into it. I mean, he just came out with Her Loss only a few months ago, and now he's got a new album. It just feels...
Yeah.
It feels rushed.
It felt very rushed, even though he pushed it back so many times.
Yeah. But, the album, it starts out great, but it just quickly spirals into something that just...
I think I would have to agree. What do you think was the best song on the album?
I think 8 a.m. in Charlotte.
8 a.m. Charlotte?
Yeah, I thought that was the best, lyrical rapping, what he can do. He showed the best possible thing he can do, and I thought it was by far the best song in that, in my opinion.
Yeah, and the whole instrumental, the beat for that was really good, too. I forget who that was. I just found out who that was the other day, the producer. And then what do you think was the worst song?
Worst, more disappointing.
Disappointing?
The 21 Savage song.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 5 minutes of it was terrible. It was 4 minutes of nothing. It just had nothing to do with, it was the first 3 minutes was a too long intro. It should have been started much quicker, and then spiraled that into some random rant about a girl complaining about going to somewhere. I don't know, but and then
Food.
21 Savage didn't even do that great, so I thought it was just a complete mess.
Yeah, a little bit of disrespect to 21.
Yeah,
And when you see featuring 21 Savage, you get your hopes up, I feel like. You know what I mean?
And he's shown that he's great with 21 Savage. He's had good songs in Her Loss, but this one is
Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah, and Certified Lover Boy, and it just feels like he completely flopped on this one.
Yeah. I think, for me, I'm going to go a little bit of a different route. I think the best song, as generic as it is, was Slime You Out with SZA. I thought that, I don't know, the hook is just so catchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And SZA is sick. I actually just went to see her in Newark a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It was awesome.
She brought a great singing aspect to the whole album.
Exactly. And then for me, the worst song, I think I'm going to have to go with... I don't want to have to do it, but Calling For You, featuring 21 Savage. It's just...
You get excited.
You get excited, you see 21, you hear boring Drake talking, random girl talking, unexpected beat switch.
Yeah,
it messes you up, and it's like, okay, well, And then how about this? Before listening to For All the Dogs, did you listen to Slime You Out when it came out?
I did not.
You did not?
My first time listening to it was on the album.
Yeah, okay.
And first listen, I was like, I didn't really like it, but it kind of, over time, it grows on you, and I thought it was a solid track on the album.
Yeah, so Slime You Out was actually the lead single on the album, in case you did not know. I listened to it when it came out sometime in September, and I was like, oh, this is going to be sick. I've been hearing about this album for ages now at this point, and I don't know. I thought the rest of the album was going to be like that. It's going to be this cool kind of feel. And Drake, unfortunately, disappointed. I hate to bash Drake like this, but this is the truth. All right. How about this? Best feature on the album?
I thought either SZA or J. Cole, but I think because I'm a big J. Cole fan, I got to give it to J. Cole. He, by far, the best rapper on the whole thing. I mean, he nailed it, killed it. I mean, the best bars, best verses were all him, and he does what he does.
Exactly. I mean, Cole is just off the charts. I didn't even know. I don't listen to him that much.
Oh,
I always hear everyone talk about him.
Amazing.
He's awesome.
Amazing artist.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with that. For me, it would have been 21.
Like
J. Cole crushed it though.
Your first, when looking into the album, you know what he does with 21 Savage, and he did nothing with him. Nothing. It was horrible. It was a minute of nothing.
He wasted the feature. But Cole, man,
J.
Cole. How about what features should have been on the album?
Should have.
I got a strong opinion about this.
I mean, if you could have gotten Kendrick Lamar, it would have added so much to it. But
Yep. That's cool.
He's
Anything else?
No,
That's it.
That's I thought he did well with the features. The problem was the features did well. Besides, J. Cole did great, and SZA, and they had 21. Obviously, a flop, it's just I don't think they did well with the features. Like he had the right ones, but he should have got.
I see that. I mean, for me, I'm a big Metro Boomin guy. To see Metro Boomin, like at least produce one of the songs would have been sick. That would have brought the album up for me. But I had another one in mind. I forget who. I don't remember.
All right.
But like, Metro would have been awesome. Worst feature?
Yeah, 21 Savage. It's 21 Savage.
I gotta say,
it's a mess.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say.
I mean, Lil Yachty's up there too. He didn't do well.
He didn't do well.
I thought he didn't. Add anything
it sounded like a Yachty song though, so it kind of worked. Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say for this. I'm gonna say Yeet.
Yeet.
I did not like the Yeet song.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. I thought Yeet did fine, but yeah, that's a fair opinion. I think.
It's not the song was just bad. Not even that he did bad.
Yeah.
What else? How about? I'm trying to think of what other albums came out this year. Besides, Utopia obviously came out. Pink Tape came out. Anything else big?
I mean, no, those are the two biggest.
Those are the two biggest ones. So then you said you listened to Utopia, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think? For All the Dogs versus Utopia. This was kind of a big debate. Especially when Utopia was coming out about album of the year.
Utopia, I thought it was a solid album. I didn't think it was great. I don't think it was great, but All the Dogs is it's a disappointment in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'd have to give it to Utopia because all the hype, and I thought Travis Scott did better because he put much more time into it.
Yes.
Clearly better, and he clearly wanted to make more effort into this album, and I thought he did better.
5 years in the making. Yeah, Utopia. I listened to it. I mean, I'm into like music production and stuff. Listening to that album, I think Travis changed the game again. After Astroworld, that was just incredible. For All the Dogs is not. I feel like it's not pushing any boundaries.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, it doesn't hit. I feel like every song in that album, not one where you like.
Yeah.
Not one was like this is big. This is a great song, and I just didn't have that feeling listening to the album.
Yeah. How about we get right into rating it 1 out of 10?
I believe it wasn't good, but it wasn't too bad. So I'll give it like a 4.
Give it a 4?
Yeah, I think it's.
I'll be a little more generous. Do a 5.
All right, you give it
5.5. We'll go 5.5. 5.5. Yeah. I mean, any other last minute contributions, thoughts?
Yes.
Concerns.
With I forgot to add this. The best feature. I got to give it to Adonis, actually.
Oh.
He killed it.
On Daylight.
He killed on Daylight.
Daylight actually had a feature from Drake's son, in case you did not know, Adonis.
Yeah.
He had a little verse.
The little kid verse.
That was really cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Did you see the whole thing come out about Daylight when they were saying it was about XXX's death?
No.
Yeah.
That's.
He kept saying these weird. He keeps saying these weird lines. A lot of controversy surrounding that right now.
That's wild. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. I forgot. I had one more thing. Yeah, that was that. That was big. What do we think? Constructive criticism for our friend Drake. What do we think we could give him?
Yeah, just
for this album.
Give him like advice or something.
Advice.
Just
what could he have done better?
Give it time, man.
Give it time. Yeah.
Like there's a reason why there's great albums. Like Kendrick Lamar comes out an album every 4 years, and it's a reason it's always great is because he puts time and effort into it. When you rush it, it just it doesn't. It's not going to come out well.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's just got to stop rushing his album.
Yeah.
And once he gives it time to think and actually put in production, he can actually make a great album. But
Yeah.
I feel he rushed it from Her Loss, which only came out like a few months ago.
Yeah, look, I'll pull this up real quick. He puts out a lot of albums. Obviously, it doesn't seem like he's on a strict album cycle. I feel like an album cycle works, though. Like a 2-year, like you said, Kendrick, 4-year album cycle gives you enough time to create something new, to work on it, make it sound good. Cough, cough, Drake. Yeah, let's see. Her Loss came out November of last year.
That's a
1-year difference. Honestly, Nevermind was June of last year. That's 2 albums in 1 year. Now we got, I mean, you can just see 1 year difference, 1 year difference, 1 year difference. I hope he didn't
change the amount of time he put into it.
And change the sound.
Yeah,
like I feel like back then he was. Like you can hear something like maybe like Passion Fruit or something like that. You can hear that he had a different
tones.
He was trying different tones. Now, like on this,
now it feels like he's the same tone.
He's every the same tone every song. That like attempt at making a melodic rap song. The whole album is like it feels like he's just trying too hard to make melodic rap when he's really just something like Jimmy Cooks, where he can drop like a sick verse.
Yeah.
No singing required.
We'll see though.
Yeah, we'll see.
I hope he comes out, takes time and comes out with a better album, makes a better comeback because obviously he expected more, praise from it, but clearly it's not very popular.
I think a big part of it, I mean, going back to the whole Metro Boomin thing, is the producers on the album from a musician standpoint. Like I feel like a general issue in the music industry right now is there are a lot of producers that just don't want to, like I was saying before, push the boundaries. They don't want to try something new. You can hear it's all like boring after boring after boring. It's like, there are trends in the industry right now, but that's not really what you have to hit on to make good music. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's why I think Utopia was so great.
We'll see. I hope he changes his tone, changes his trends, and goes back to what he used to be a phenomenal rapper, but now I feel like he's really dropped. And, he's got to. I hope he notices that, but I don't know. We'll see.
I think he did. I mean, he's taking a break, he said, openly, publicly. Not openly. Taking a break for who knows how long. See what he does when he comes back. Give him like a year or so. Hopefully he comes back with strong, new music.
Yeah.
All right. I think that wraps it up for our first CBA Digital Network Music Review. Thank you, Owen, very much for joining me. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Pleasure talking about music. We'll see you in the next one.